And specifically, what group of people were authorized to receive a third dose of COVID-19 vaccinations?
Well, this third dose, this was last week. And I emphasize last week. And I also want to emphasize that we are right in the middle of this pandemic. It is up and it is very fluid, meaning things are changing by the day. And what's happening is on last week, the CDC came out and they authorized a third dose. And they specifically identified individuals that qualified. And these were people that were severely immunocompromised, such as people that had a major organ transplant and were on immunomodulating medications. That was determined by the data that these individuals were not able to mount a robust immunological response to the 2 vaccine series or the 1 Johnson & Johnson. So it was determined that this group needed a third dose. And that's where we were last week.
Okay, so last week it was noted that this third dose authorized will be considered part of the initial vaccination series. So tell us, how is this different from a booster dose?
Well, basically, a booster dose is different. Now, this third dose was considered specifically for individuals who were unable to get the full immunization from the vaccinations, such as those with the major organ transplants on these medications that would decrease a person's immunological response to vaccines. But now it's being determined that starting September the 20th, all Americans will be eligible for a booster dose, which is different. The booster dose is determined for individuals who have been vaccinated, mounted a fair, very efficient immunological response, but it's being determined by the data that over time, the vaccines are still effective. I mean, people that are getting vaccinated, they contract coronavirus through breakthrough infections, which can happen, but there's a very low possibility that they'll end up very sick in the hospital, ICU, on a ventilator, or losing their life. But the FDA and all the scientific community, we want more. It is determined if you get that booster dose, you'll be even stronger and better able to fight out coronavirus, so you'll have even a better chance. And that's what we want, because we deserve the best, and that's what we're getting.
All right, so a lot of information to take in there, Dr. Quinn, but we got to remember that date, September 20th, right?
September the 20th. I don't know if you know about Earth, Wind, and Fire, but that's one of my favorite songs, September the 20th. But September the 20th, we'll be able to get that booster, but you have to be 8 months since your last vaccination series.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Quinn. And we always appreciate your insight and advice on these topics, especially with all this COVID we got going around. Thank you again.
Hey, thank you.